One of the most radical things you can do is really listen to someone. This is a quote by Katrina vanden Heuvel. Katrina vanden Heuvel is a Democratic columnist for a number of different media platforms. Through this quote, it's obvious that Heuvel believes listening is powerful and she utilizes her published columns to be heard. First, vanden Heuvel uses ethos. She uses ethos when she discusses the efforts that Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren have made to talk about their opinions at colleges for students that can be the next generation to change this world. This really gives her credibility because it shows that she's not sitting around being lazy. She's actually fighting for change. Next, she uses listening when she talks about everything that she thinks is wrong with Donald Trump's plan, and she puts it all in one sentence just to put it all out there and put her claim across, and this also establishes her credibility because it shows her reasoning. Next, she uses diction. First, she tries to convince her audience using cause and effect. She states that having Republicans in office basically blocks Democrats entirely. This really helps to convince her audience that she's right and that there's not really any way to go around it. Next, she uses a metaphor. This metaphor that she uses helps to build a connection with her audience and show that she's not just making things up, but she's really serious, and it shows that she is trying to make a connection with them and make a comparison so that they can better understand, and it shows her caring, the way she cares for her audience. Next, she uses amplification. She puts apostrophes around she kind of uses them through sarcasm. She puts apostrophes around things that she doesn't really agree with, and this helps to amplify her point that those ideas are wrong. Next, she uses wit and sarcasm to undermine opposing opinions by just kind of making fun of them and lightly shaking them just to show that she's right and you can't really disagree with her. And this really helps to strengthen her argument and make the reader feel like they have no other option but to agree with her. Then she uses negative connotations with the people she doesn't agree with and positive connotations with the people she does agree with. And this really helps her to pull her readers to her side. Once she's established trust with them, she can pull them over to her side by showing that if you think this way, it's negative, and if you think this way, it's positive. And that really helps to persuade her readers in their mind without them even realizing it. Finally, she uses pathos. So she talks about how the Democratic Party is fighting back to the Republicans and how they're doing everything they can. And this shows sympathy and that they're oppressed and that they're doing everything they can to fight against what's happening to them. And then she brings up the touchy subject of inequality, and she talks about this, saying that white people are, with the tax cuts, they're just completely benefiting, and anyone of any other race is just being oppressed. And this persuades her audience and makes them feel cared for and fuels their want to make a change. Finally, she brings up a current issue of immigration and separation between families, and this really helps show that she wants what's best for her audience and she cares and she doesn't want to give up on this. Overall, Katrina vanden Heuvel displays her opinion and sways her readers very well through her rhetoric. Her rhetoric is based on persuading her audience and making them feel cared for.